Today's horoscope and tarot reading from Astrocademy, Aquarius March 9, 2022. Transits boost cooperation and harmony with others today. Conversations might often revolve around you or frequently turn to you. Others are taking a particular interest in you. You are a little more open about expressing your ideas, but someone else, while communicative and interested, could be holding something back. Innovative approaches to your money or personal life can be especially successful. Still, the moon is balsamic, with a new moon occurring tomorrow, making it a better time to wind down rather than rev up. You're certainly feeling inspired now, but brand new endeavors or official launches should wait. For now, there could be a pleasant surprise along financial, home, or business lines. You might discover a new method or come up with a fabulous idea that frees you from a problem or heavy feeling. Insight into a practical matter, primarily financial, can come when you're not trying too hard. Taking a small step back from a problem may bring a natural solution, gently. Your interactions are likely to be fresh and invigorating today. Remember who you are. The sun governs your committed 7th house of agreements, compromise, and significant others, but it is in the process of approaching a charming sextile to your modern ruler, Uranus. Whether you're single or already romantically attached, chances are your perspective on relationships in the midst of a significant transformation, specifically when it comes to your individual freedom. Meanwhile, with both Mars and Venus dazzling your secretive 12th house of closure, dreams, and inhibitions, you're being called to go inward and find bliss in sweet solitude. Don't be discouraged if you've been keeping to yourself. Your rebirth is loading. How do you come across to others? With the moon now in your sign, you may be more aware of your presentation or first impression than usual. While it can be daunting to have the moon highlight aspects of yourself, it can also be illuminating. You can take note of the things you can edit or change accordingly to present better professionally. For example, you may notice how aspects of your word wardrobe could be updated to showcase your authenticity professionally. You could also use this lunation as a way to adjust your first impression with others too. The moon not only returns to your income sector today, but as a new moon, bringing the sun and moon together for what is an opportunity for a reset. As the sun and moon come together, this will create a lot of forward momentum, creating an opportunity for new beginnings and a fresh start. As the sun and lucky Jupiter move towards an alignment over the weekend, the timing couldn't be better. You're feeling a little crazy, so try out some impromptu performance art. Nobody has to see it. Singing in the shower or your car will do, though if you're in public, you might attract some very welcome attention. This period is all about transformation, something you will be particularly well adapted to do, using the positioning of the planets as a safety net to make the emotional changes you need in your life. Try to separate the chaff from the wheat, so to speak, and concentrate on the relationships that give you sustenance. Likewise, choose to eat what gives you strength rather than what takes away your strength. Getting enough rest is imperative when you are living life to the fullest. Be sure that you take the time to consider all the potential consequences and ramifications of your actions today. The essence of this day can see you so energized and raring to go that you don't take your usual amount of time to weigh everything carefully beforehand. If you rush into anything on this day, you're apt to regret it. Just slow down long enough to think and to talk with others about your ideas. This will be the most effective means of ensuring success. Over 2 months after Mercury returned to Aquarius for what is normally a 14 to 15 day chance to get your head in the game and around your options moving into your new solar year, this smart and intellectually savvy part of your chart has finally reached its last full day. In that time your birthday month has come and gone, but with Venus and Mars having just returned to Aquarius over the weekend, there is still a need to keep your mind and your options open. The moon doesn't just return to your romantic sector just days after Venus and Mars return to Aquarius, but will move straight into a friendly aspect to the planets of love and passion today. In the middle of the working week, This is giving the spirit of romance a boost, while giving Mars something to channel his passions and fighting spirit into. Your tarot reading for today. The Moon, Death and Temperance. The cards drawn here indicate a change in your personal life, which could happen in March. The idea of a transition is dominant, between a rather negative period and a positive period. You have obviously been in a rather difficult period for several weeks, and the cycle will reverse soon. This is the meaning of the message that is found here. The difficulties you have experienced have strengthened you and will pay off in the end. Indeed, both financially and professionally, it hasn't always been easy, and despite the concessions that you have made, you are still waiting for results, and you get the impression that it is never going to end. And rightly so. Many times you thought you had reached the end of the tunnel, and at the last moment there was more bad news which pushed the end away again. You see this as an injustice, and don't understand why fate is treating you like this. This time might be the good one. The figure on the third card is the symbol of the light coming back to you. In other words, luck is turning and putting itself on your side. This luck is not related to chance, but to the end of a cycle and the renewal of things. Your destiny is now entering a new phase where you will find yourself on paths of happiness and where the negative won't be following you around anymore. Congratulations, a new life starts tomorrow. Our eyes in the sky. Keep a journal to make sure that you're on track with your dreams. Creating a vision board can help. Noting what you want to change will be useful, but you might not be able to achieve everything on your list. You could feel a little stuck in life at the moment because every step you take forward is followed by a big step backward. Don't allow yourself to be anxious over your lack of flow. You'll start running soon. Just move at your own pace. You need to feel the love. Intimacy takes time, but it's worth the energy getting to know someone you care about. Worries melt away, and we become more oriented to our creative impulses, dreams, and fantasies. Our artistic and spiritual senses are especially potent over the next 2 days, and will fare better with activities that prize imagination over accuracy. If possible, make time for rest, relaxation, and meditation this afternoon. After nightfall, the Pisces Sun sextiles Uranus in Taurus, offering surprises. This transit amplifies the unique personality traits that we ordinarily attempt to cloak or obscure to appear professional or to fit in. Yet who has determined these rules for professionalism? What dictates have we been following that have taught us that conformity is good and ingenuity is problematic? During this aspect, we are hit with a stroke of genius, or experience a serendipitous encounter. A grand plan begins to materialize in our minds, hinting that playing by the rules is actually blocking us from receiving the best of what life has to offer. Follow intuitive hunches and make gambles to align yourself with Kismet. Use feelings of excitement, enthusiasm, and inspiration as a barometer to determine whether you are on the right track. Most of all, sidestep interactions with those who downplay the truth that, at any instant, we have the power to change our lives by changing our minds.